Hi, everybody. I'm Sai,
I'm Mags.
and welcome to Beyond the Bag. We record these live on Poshmark, so if I suddenly say something that sounds like dirty talk, don't worry. I'm probably just describing a well-oiled zipper.
Love it. Zippies are zippy. What's in the bag today?
Well, first up, this is an expansion from yesterday's conversation. We didn't even get to elaborate.
Okay.
If brands were men that you dated, what would they be? Coach? Is that the dependable high school sweetheart? Steady, nostalgic, and surprisingly hot again now that you've matured? Huh? The MCM? Maybe a bad boy with the flash? Great for the weekend, but don't trust him with your rent money?
Love it.
And Michael Kors, the guy who peaked in 2014, but still thinks he's on the invite list for the VIP parties. Love him, but no.
No. Yeah. That's rough.
And the second topic, which I can't wait to get into, is manifestation, magic, or a bunch of bullshit.
I love this. I'm all about manifestation.
Manifestation, science says it's basically mental foreplay for your goals. Visualizing success primes your brain to notice opportunities, but also maybe not, So we're really going to get into that. And of course, in pop culture news, Beyonce's rumored to be designing a limited handbag collab. No details yet, but the Hive is already planning to camp out for the drop.
Pass.
Let's cue the music.
Beyond the bag where the story shines. Bags, brands, and secrets all in real time. From Lux deep dive to resale tea. Come vibe with the tribe, unfiltered free. We live on the mic, straight from the show. You feel the buzz and the glow as we go.
Wow, you were really quick for that pass, weren't you?
Yep.
Not a fan?
I saw something, speaking of that, that was really funny. I saw that they took my girl Tay off of the mural in Nashville for like the country like legends or whatever, and they put up Brad Paisley instead. And which I'm like, okay, whatever. Like she's more pop than country. I mean, she started country. That's where her roots are. That's what got her into music, but she's definitely more pop. So like I get it, and Brad Paisley deserves to be up there. But everybody I saw the comments was like, I swear to God, if Beyonce gets put up on that mural, there will be like hell to pay. And I was in such agreement because I'm like, if they decide to put Beyonce up with all of the country legends because she won fucking country album of the year, which was garbage, I might have an aneurysm. Like it would just not be okay with me. And apparently the chat completely agreed as well. So
Max, tell me how you really feel.
Yeah, Beyonce is my favorite. So it's fine.
Yeah, me and Mags we've been happy for 20 years until I brought up Beyonce.
Yeah.
And
that was it.
That was it.
That was it.
All the happiness left the room the second I did that. Anyways, listen, some brands are like that bad boy you swore that you'd never text again, and yet here you are refreshing kidswithmags.com at midnight. Others, safe, dependable. They'll never cheat on you, but also never make you, want to rip your clothes off. If brands were men that you dated, who would they be? Let's unpack it, and yes, we should try and name names.
Well, you're a fry bag, right?
I'm a fry bag.
So
guys, she called me a
you get better with age.
I get better with age.
And you're super dependable.
I'm dependable. And you can use fry bags apparently to get creepos away from young ladies.
Absolutely. You can. Actually, if you've held a fry bag, you absolutely can. So
I'm a fry bag. Well, hold on. She's not giving the full context here. We had a podcast and she was like, you're a fry bag. But right before she said that, she was like, they're not like a looker. You're not going to turn your head immediately. But when you get one, you can't go back. You know what I mean? I'm like, that was both a compliment and not, but I accept. Not going to say no. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, my God. I don't know. Chaz says, no. Sai's a fossil.
A fossil. Yeah. I'm a fossil. That's right. I had this thing a while ago when I was growing up and before K-pop, because went to America, went back. They took our music, took it to Korea, called it K-pop, regurgitated it, give it back to us, and now we think it's new.
Now it's all the rage.
And now it's all the rage again. Like it's like K-pop really is like the fanny pack. Went away, came back. So now it's all the rage. I used to have this joke all the time. The reason why Asians aren't sexy. And the funny part is my parents have told me, so keep that in mind. They're like, here's the funny part. You're actually a looker if you go back to Laos or Thailand. And you want to know why? It really sounds really racist, but it's not. Because my eyes aren't super slanted. Round eye. I have rounder eye. Okay? So that's a trait that they enjoy. But I don't know. But
it's exotic over there.
It's exotic, right. But here in America, Asians aren't necessarily, at the time when I was growing up.
Right.
You were always like, when you asked a girl, you were like, hey, You know, can you think of one tall, dark, handsome? You know, maybe I got the Spanish accent. And you never hear like pale, yellow, you know, can't park a car, will tutor me. You never heard that.
My tutor.
My tutor. You're never like, I'm going to bang my tutor. You know what I mean? And I always theorize it's because her accent.
Yeah.
Because
It's not sexy.
it's not sexy. And I agree with you as an Asian, it's not a sexy accent. You know what I mean? Because like a Spanish is like, ah, mi amor, sí. And then you're like, okay, now you talk to me. But in Asian, and I mean every Asian, you're like not just Chinese or Japanese, everything. You're like, hey, girl, what you doing? Hello? What you do? You break, you buy. What the hell? It's not sexy. That's what I'm trying to say. That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. Okay? Could be German, constantly getting yelled at.
That's true.
I'm okay with German. You know, some women are into that. But yeah, no, nobody wants that. So here's, again, immediately off top. We just started.
I know.
Instantly.
No.
Off topic. Okay, let's go. Ready? Okay, Louis Vuitton. Describe a guy you swipe left on, and it was a Louis Vuitton.
I describe it.
Yeah, what do you think? Here, let me throw one at you and tell me if you agree with this.
Okay.
Louis Vuitton, the guy who flies you to Paris, but also makes you split the Uber back from the airport. Expensive, dramatic, and somehow always in some sort of situationship.
Yes. Yes. Exactly.
A little bit of drama in the back, that Louis.
Yeah. But classic.
But classic.
Yeah.
Classy.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a celebrity in mind when you think of that? Who's the Louis Vuitton of celebrities?
Oh, God. That's a good question. I don't know. I'd have to think about it for a second.
Right? Expensive, dramatic. Always got a little bit of drama somewhere.
Fuck, who would that be? I don't know. Let me think about that. I'll come back to that because that's funny.
So,
Thinking about like celebrities as handbags.
right. I wouldn't feel very exclusive if I were dating a Louis.
No.
I'd be like, oh, yeah. I mean, you used to be it back in the day, but now
Everybody's had you.
I can go to certain clubs, Poshmark. I can find a cheapo version of you for much less.
$3 start.
$2 start. $3 start. $2 start. You know what I'm saying?
So true.
And if Louis Vuitton were a man, people still picking him up. It's like, imagine that we're a person for a second, right? And you're like, okay, yo, let me hook you up with my friend Louis. Okay, let me hook you up. Here's the thing. He's got a club foot. He's missing some teeth. You know what I'm saying? His breath kind of stanky. And there's still women out there like, yeah, I'll take him.
Yep.
I'll take him. How much? Yeah, I'll take him. I will still date that man. Feel like,
True.
are you crazy? He got
Just to say I did.
Just to say you did, yeah. Just to say you dated the Louis at some point. You're like, he got a club foot. He just walks in the circle. You still want to date him? What?
Yes. The answer would be yes.
The women would say yes.
That's the problem.
They would say yes. Like, you got to be kidding me, right?
Yeah.
No, they're not kidding.
No.
What about Gucci? Tell me if you agree with this.
Okay. I'm not
Gucci-
super familiar with Gucci.
Gucci
so-
is a man who is artsy, sexy, a little unpredictable, right?
Okay.
What do you think about that?
I can agree with that.
Yeah?
Yeah. From what I know of Gucci, that sounds about right.
You know, a little unpredictable. Like, pretty much he'll paint your portrait one night. Let me paint you. And then he'll literally ghost you the next day.
Yeah. Yeah. I can.
Does that sound like Gucci to you?
Mhm.
Would you date a Gucci bag?
Just to say I did.
Just to say, he painted me.
He did.
And then I let him fall into the ice, even though there's plenty of room on the board house.
But I'll never let go.
But I'll never let you go. I mean, now I will. But
now I will. Now that you're dead and like
you
attached
what can I
onto
do?
me.
You know what I mean?
Get off.
Sounds like Jack from Titanic and didn't get the door and gone. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Exactly. It's Gucci. You know what I mean? This stuff for you. Okay. We're gonna keep going, okay?
Okay.
Let's go to the high end men first.
Okay.
I mean bags. I mean men.
Whatever.
Men bags.
Yes.
Prada.
Mm.
Tell me what you think about Prada, okay? Well, if I say he's cold, he's elegant, what do you think about that?
Yeah.
Does Prada seem cold and elegant to you?
A little bit. Yeah.
Like if it were a man, he's just like straight to the point.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Prada. I'm Prada.
It's very simple too. Prada's designs are very simple.
Yeah.
From what I can recall. Again, I've never had. I stay at my MCM Louis and below level as far as bags go. So I haven't spent much time with the Prada, so I wouldn't really know how to compare it to a man.
I don't know. These men bags.
Bagsman.
Bagsmen.
Bagsman.
Mags? These bags. No, I don't like that at all.
No.
No, these bands? I don't like that either. These just say man bags.
Man bags.
These bagmen.
Bagmen.
These bagmen. Yes. These bagmen that we're talking about,
Mhm.
expensive,
Mhm.
but they look great on your arm.
They do.
Yeah,
It's true.
agreeable.
Absolutely. And again, it would be just to say I did it. Just to say I carried one. Just to say I had one.
Yeah. You're like, yeah, I did it.
Yep.
I mean, would that be like a basketball player, you know?
Yeah.
Go get yourself a one night stand with the basketball player and you're like, just to say I did it. I mean,
Yeah.
guy's a wreck.
Yeah.
And he's rich. And now I got something underneath my belt.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I can agree. Because it's hard to find loyalty in that. So you might as well just go and have your fun.
Right. Hold on 1 second. So, okay. We good?
Yeah.
Okay. How about, so I classify these guys as the high maintenance heartbreakers.
Okay.
What do you think about that?
I
I agree with that. Okay.
I can completely agree.
Then
with that.
I have a section here that I have.
Okay.
I call it the boyfriend material. Okay. Hold on.
We're talking about Coach.
Yeah. Oh, you know right away.
Yeah.
Okay. What else? Throw another one out there.
Don't
look at my cheat sheets.
Maybe some Kate Spade.
Yeah. That's boyfriend material.
Fry would be boyfriend material, honestly.
Yeah. That's
let's
me.
think. Who? That's you.
I'm boyfriend
You're
material.
a Fry bag.
Feel my shirt. It's made out of boyfriend material.
It is. It's been a boyfriend, 100% boyfriend material.
I think I just cringed at my own joke. I didn't know that was possible.
Is it machine washable?
Absolutely.
Let's see what else. I don't know. MCM could fall into there with me too, but
Okay.
definitely I feel like I'm feeling it as Coach.
Okay. If Coach were a guy,
hmm
right? How would you describe him?
Maybe trendy
Trendy.
and reliable, absolutely. Well made. And like something for every occasion.
He's for every occasion.
Yeah.
Is that what you just said?
Yeah.
How about this? I got some notes here.
'Kay.
How about the dependable hottie who went through a glow up? Like he used to be kind of basic, but then he started hitting the gym, started getting his career right,
Yep.
and now he's
Had like a
sexy
little
as
bit of
hell.
a midlife crisis.
He did.
in
Coach
the
had a midlife
2010s,
crisis. No,
in the
they did.
2010s.
Yeah, that's true.
And now they're back.
They're back.
And he's back better than
Super
ever.
sexy.
Yeah.
Older too.
Yeah. Almost like the guy in high school that you didn't ever pay attention to. And then you went to the high school reunion and you were like, oh shit. Why didn't I pay attention to you? You were so like basic in high school. But now I need you in my life.
Okay. If Tory Burch was a dude.
Ooh, Tory Burch.
If Tory Burch was a dude.
Ooh, see, Tory Burch is good because they would have value and hold value with themselves but also be like super down to earth and reliable. Like Tory Burch bags aren't super over the top,
Okay.
but they are so classy and so classic and well made and hold their value. So that would definitely be a boyfriend material bag, I would think.
I agree with you. Tell me if you think of my description. Okay. I don't know if you think I can like this. And mine's a little bit different. How about the preppy guy with the family money who's
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
you
listening.
think so?
I'm listening.
Yeah, who's nice enough to your parents but will definitely judge you for wearing sweatpants in public.
Oh, I can see that.
Tory's still a little uppity.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't dislike Tory.
Some of them.
I don't dislike Tory Burch. In fact, I really love Tory Burch.
Right.
Quite honestly.
Some of them are gonna be like that, like the Hamptons weekend guy.
Right.
And then
guy.
some of them are a little more down to earth and more approachable, but definitely, there's a little bit of both in there.
If MCM were a dude.
Well, we talked about what did you describe it as? The what was it? Something about like, what did you say? It was so
He's
perfect. Flashy, yeah. So the other thing you said,
Yep.
it was so spot on that I was like, oh yeah, you're right.
No,
You're so right.
He is so flashy. That's how I imagine the MCM because all their designs are pretty flashy and people are like...
It's very signifying.
It's
like
very...
when you see it,
No.
you're not like, what is that? You're like, oh shit, that's an MCM.
That's an MCM. Yep. You just know that's an MCM right away. So it's kind of like... So I imagine him as the guy who's super flashy and takes a bunch of like selfies of himself.
Yes,
all the time.
actually.
You know, like he's so into himself.
Yes, actually.
That's MCM to me.
But it's like he's kind of basic in the like high-end luxury. Like you're like the kind of the basic guy in the group of the Louis and Gucci's and Pradas. So he's friends with all of them, right? All of his friends are Louis and Gucci's and Pradas, and he's the MCM that's taking selfies and trying to fit in.
Yeah.
With all that.
Yeah.
But
he's more down to earth. So
he
it's
is.
kind of the best of both worlds.
Yeah, exactly.
You're like, you're not dating Mr. Louis
Yeah.
because he's gross.
Right?
You got to have him at least once.
Right.
But then he's gross. But then, you don't keep him forever. You know what I'm saying? So the MCM, I feel, he's a nice, like, a little more uppity.
Right. I loved
guy.
that you called the MCM the gateway
The
bag.
MCM is 100% the gateway bag.
Yeah. It's like you go from like your Kate and your
absolutely is.
coach.
Okay.
And then you transition to MCM
Or-
and you're like,
Yes.
"Now-
Okay.
Now I need a Gucci.
So this is gonna sound bad at first, okay?
Okay.
So if you're a woman out there or a young lady, let's say 20s, okay? You're a baby, honestly, at 20s. But let's just say, and you've never dated a guy that could take care of you, okay? We talking about they're gonna be older. Let's be real, because older people got this shit together when it comes to money for the most part.
Mhm.
And suddenly you get your taste of a guy who takes you out, buys you new handbags, pay for your cell phone bill, picks you up. He's a total gentleman. Yeah, I mean, I'm talking about like a real person versus, the college guy. He's cute, he's funny, but he ain't got his shit together. You
Right.
splitting half the bill after the first couple months. You
Mhm.
splitting half the bill. And you got this guy to take care of you, right? And not just like he makes a little bit. He makes a decent amount. We'll put Mr. MCM at 3 figures a year or 6 figures a year,
Right.
right? Sells 3 figures a year. Wait,
Right.
terrible. Okay, now in the Philippines, that's a lot, but not here in America, okay? You need to make some 6 figures here. So he makes 6 figures, right? A couple $100,000 a year. That man can buy you some things.
Mhm.
After you date a man like that,
Right.
it is really hard. It is difficult to go back to the guy he got to be special.
Yeah.
He got to be amazing for you to be dating that guy, and then you're gonna be like, let's split this ramen bill together. I'm just saying it how it is.
Chat. Wait, what? There's guys that do that?
Yes, there are very much guys that do that. I'm just telling you, that is a thing. And coming from Florida, you don't have to be a young lady for this to happen to. This happens on all ages. Mostly young women, though. Let's be real,
Well,
okay? Because they're young, they're beautiful. All right. So they have both.
They're arm candy.
Their arm candy is what
Mhm.
they are. But that happens to other women as well. So you've never had that. And then you date Mr. MCM. It's hard to go back. It's a gateway drug to Mr. Louis. You're like,
Yes.
you know what? I got Mr. Couple $100,000 a year. Let me try Mr. Millionaire.
Yep.
Let me get my way up to Mr. Millionaire.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's so true. It's so true. They're a gateway mail and a gateway bag.
Right, right.
Mr. MCM is not only a gateway in the men world, but in the bag world.
That's terrible.
It's so true,
It's
though.
terrible, but true. It's terrible. Are we about to get spicy? Hey, we're up to 16 people. I'll give it a second before we do the announcement here.
Right.
Let's go even further. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Michael Kors as a man.
Oh,
What is Mike? Hold on. Wait.
Michael Kors
Wait,
is.
wait. Don't say anything. I'm going to record this for extra content. Hold on.
Wait,
you
you're not
guys.
already recording?
No. I'm recording on whatchamacallit.
Got it. Hi there. Welcome in. We are doing
you-
a live podcast recording here. It's called Beyond the Bag. So welcome in.
Make sure I got both. Okay. I'm going to take this off.
Okay.
Okay. How's my hair? Is that all right? Okay.
It's so fry. Right?
It's so fry. Okay, so you guys. Okay. Hi, hello. We're doing a live recording for Beyond the Bag. I'll get to the announcement in a second. I got to do this one while we have content recording.
Wait.
Okay. If Michael Kors was a man, a guy you dated, who would he be?
I immediately like think of like oh my god, what's his name?
Spicy.
It's the who's the lead singer from Sugar Ray? Oh my god, what's his name?
Help us out, Chad. Here's the lead singer again for Sugar Ray.
You know who I'm talking about? They were
Yes.
making fun of his dance.
I don't know his name
I can't remember his name either.
because I'm no longer living in the 2000s.
That's what I'm saying. That's who I think of because like he's so peaked and everybody was like all about him with his bleach spiked tips and has been comes to mind, right? And he was so it though.
McGrath.
We all thank you. Yes. Mark McGrath.
Yes.
So that's who I imagine as an MK bag where I was like, you peaked, everybody wanted it, everybody knew who you were, everybody knew your songs. And then what happened to you? You're still trying to bounce around on the stage like you did 20 years ago, and it's not working. And you're kind of a laughing stock at this point.
Michael Kors to me is the high school football captain.
Yeah.
He peaked at high school and that's it. And now you got to sit around listening to his glory day stories in your 40s, your 30s and 40s, talking about he was touchdown over there. He's like Al Bundy.
Drinking a Miller,
Drinking-
like a Coors Light, because he's a Coors.
He's a Kors.
Michael Kors.
He's a Michael Kors.
Coors Light.
Coors Light. Yes. Yes, babe. Yes. He was once hot and no longer not so much. And that's Michael Kors.
That's a great way. That's what I'm thinking where I was talking about the what was it? MCM was like the guy I should have paid attention to in high school because now he's great.
That's Coach.
No, Coach. Was it?
Yeah.
It was no, it was Coach. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Coach was that way where it was like, oh, I should have paid attention to you in high school because you are fine now. Now it's the opposite. Michael Kors is the guy that was fine in high school and is now like runs a Best Buy, like manages a Best Buy and drinks Coors Light when he gets home from work to watch the game.
Michael Kors
and like
Light.
Michael Kors Light, exactly. That's what I think. Yeah.
He manages the Best Buy. By the way, if you manage Best Buy, that's a very honorable job. I just don't want to hear about your high school football stories anymore. That's all I'm saying. Okay?
I was gonna say like Radio Shack, but that's so irrelevant now.
Radio Shack. Oh my God, Radio Shack. Well, you might as well. This guy's out of date anyways.
That's true. So he does. Maybe he runs a Radio Shack
Right,
or a
right.
Blockbuster.
Okay, I'll do my announcements. Hey, for those who are coming in here now, this is our recording for our live podcast, Beyond the Bag. It is unscripted for the most part, and you can listen to it everywhere right now.
Yep.
Just search Beyond the Bag, or if you don't have a streaming service, you can also listen to us on YouTube. So that's a great way to listen to it for free. And if you're listening on the podcast, you can join in on these giveaways and see us live, and you can see how I look like a fry bag live on these Poshmark live shows. She called me a fry bag.
It's such a compliment. And you don't even know. Everybody wants a fry bag. Not everybody can afford one.
That's valid. That's good. I like the backpedaling, and it's working.
It's not a backpedal. I stand
this.
by my
I'm
statement.
feeling this.
I
All right.
stand by my statement.
We're moving on. Hold on, let me do my shameless plug. Already? Ready, babe? Are you
Yeah.
ready?
Yeah.
Balenciaga
Oh,
as a
God.
man. Okay? Balenciaga
Balenciaga is
as a man.
derelict in come into fruition. It is
Okay.
like, oh my God, it reminds me of the guy that we saw in Draper that drives around his Corvette. That's who it reminds me of. You know, the old guy
Yes.
That's
Is
like-
yes.
that's living his
Like if a man was beyond his Best Buy use by date.
so far beyond it, but
Yeah.
has no clue and refuses to accept it and drives his Corvette that is completely raced out and completely decked out, and it's gaudy and awful and terrible looking, and then he gets out of it looking just the same, gaudy and awful and terrible, and thinks that all of these women are going to swoon over him, and then but is almost delusional about it, but then goes and rides the little fucking shopping cart wheelchair thing around the store.
So chat says older man with a much younger woman. Yeah, that's
That's him.
I kind of see
Although
that.
he's missing the woman part.
So Balenciaga to me is, if you meet a man who is Balenciaga, call the police. Okay?
Give the eyes like you need help because
Blink
your DoorDasher's
twice.
here.
Blink twice to let me know if you're in trouble if you're hanging out with Balenciaga.
For real.
Because if Balenciaga was a man, that man is just strange. And I'm pretty sure he makes lampshades out of skin.
Yeah. Ask him if he knows how to sew. That's
Yeah,
always the
ask us if he knows how to sew. I'm pretty sure
The lights on, but nobody's home.
the lights off and nobody's home. That's a good one. Balenciaga is remember that we were talking about before. Do not look this up on your search bar. Just believe us, okay? Or else your search is going to be messed up.
Yeah.
Balenciaga had a campaign where they put children holding teddy bears, and the teddy bears got sex bondage stuff on, and they had children holding this.
Like little, not like 10, 15,
Like little.
like 4-year.
You guys, you can't make this up.
Like-
Don't search it. It'll mess up your algorithm. Don't do it. Just believe us.
Yeah,
okay?
I'm suffering the
It's
results. of that right now.
nasty. And you're like, Balenciaga, what the hell is wrong with you? Why would you do that? So Balenciaga was a man. That's who it would be.
It's ill.
It's ill. It's ill. It's nasty.
It's the guy that's trying way too hard to land all of the bitches, and it's not happening. And
Now,
nobody wants to be a bitch.
you got
So,
Coach. I think Coach is the winner.
oh, definitely.
Coach is boyfriend. Feel my shirt. I'm made out of boyfriend material. That's Coach.
Dare I say, Coach is Travis Kelce?
Oh,
for all of
God.
my
Here we
people?
go. Here we go with the Taylor Swift references.
Tell me I'm wrong.
Oh, boy. I can't tell you. I tried telling you I'm wrong. I told her she was wrong one time. Long story short, I'm the second version of me. The original version destroyed a knife in the heart while sleeping. Yeah, I'm not doing it. I'm the clone, and I'm not stepping on that landmine.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm. Taylor Swift is amazing.
Stop. Anyway.
I did have that bad joke. I'll say the joke again. We've been married, so happy, right? And I had this joke like it's a total hack joke that we just heard it on Family Guy. Been married, we've been together, we've been happy for 20 years.
Then we got
And
married.
then we got married. And then I met her, and all that happiness went out the door.
20 years of happiness. And then we met.
And then we met. So total hack joke, but I love it. Okay, so listen, you guys, real quick, what do we got here at 2 minutes? So let me explain to everyone what's going on here. We are out here to try and make all giveaways awesome again.
Magaa.
I'm pretty sure no one's got that.
Yeah.
So we're going to take it.
We have an extra A.
We have an
So
extra
get off my ass.
Don't sue us, okay? And the reason is because if you're in here watching now, please stick around if you're in for the giveaway. We're going to be giving this away. And guess what? You're going to be winning this. There is no bundle bullshit. You do not have to bundle. There's not going to be a bait and switch where I'm going to send you some hand sanitizer instead or a sticker.
Right?
This chat is not going to guilt you into bundling shit. You're just going to win the item because Poshmark is out of fucking control with the gimmicky. This is not free shipping. That's a bag. You're not going to win free shipping.
Right.
Okay? So this is what it's all about, is that sending good vibes. And I've been saying this for every show now for a long time. It's going to cost me $8.50 to send somebody some good out into the universe.
Some happiness.
Some happiness and make their day. So for all those people out there that are just taking giveaways and then bait and switching people,
Mm-hmm.
all right, or guilting, having the chat guilt other people
Ooh, the
when the mob.
They sick the mob on you.
Listen to me very carefully. Hold on, am I recording this? Because I'm going to put this on Instagram. Okay, I'm still recording this. Okay, for those people, respectfully, fuck you.
Go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself. Respectfully. I mean that in the bottom of my heart. Respectfully. Stop your bullshit. You're sending a lot of bad vibes out there.
Mhm.
Okay? So, that's why it's all about, when you win this, to stick around, you're going to win this actual thing. It's crazy that people are doing this now. And again, if you're just joining us now, this is a live recording for our podcast, Beyond the Bag. You can search it, and it's everywhere. If you want to listen to it for free, it's on YouTube. And if you're listening at home, to win a Michael Kors without the guilt, or anything that we're giving away without the guilt, join us live on our Poshmark live shows. Just make an account. If you don't have one, search Kids with Mags on Poshmark. We're here. We've been here. So we're just here to make
We're here.
all
Giving stuff away.
giveaways awesome. Again, Magaa. Don't sue
Extra
us.
A.
Extra A, don't sue us. Okay? Extra A. So, are you two married? Yes. We were happy and then we got married. Yes. That's 100% true. You can tell I'm married because I look like I haven't had sex in 30 years.
Ugh.
I'm just kidding. These are just jokes, you guys. Okay? Okay, here we go. We're going to announce a winner. 2, 1, and the winner is...
Who's it gonna be?
whoever wins, I need you to listen to my message. Don't go anywhere.
Omar.
Hey, Omar 65, are you there? Omar 65. Omar,
We're here. Yeah.
Omar, I need you to listen to me very carefully. I've been doing this every day.
Congrats.
We've been doing giveaways every day. We're going to continue doing giveaways until people get the point, okay? Every single day that we're on, we're going to do a giveaway during our podcast. Listen. Omar, you see this right here? Okay?
It's yours.
It's yours. Do not buy. Omar, listen to me very carefully. I'm threatening you. Do not buy anything from this rack. Do not buy anything from our closet. I will cancel your order on the spot. You are not to feel guilted to ever buy anything or bundle. You are to win this very, very expensive MK, okay? And the good MK, might I add, with the actual good. It's the good quality. We already threw away our bad quality MKs. So you're going to win this, and that's it, okay? Just feel good. Just feel amazing. That's all we want from you. We don't need you to buy nothing, okay? And if you buy something, again, I will cancel the order. I mean it. Don't do it.
Yes.
Did I just threaten one of our listeners?
Yeah.
I totally did.
You just said we weren't gonna sick the mob on them, and you attacked them. So it's really ironic.
It is, huh?
Yeah. You're like, we're really nice in here. We're all about good vibes. So if you fucking buy anything,
You're really
don't
nice.
you dare.
Or else. we threaten with good vibes. That's right. It's a good threat, so it's okay. So listen, okay, that's what we're out to do. And you guys, you can always join us until we're going to continue on with the pod. Again, you can listen to this podcast if you want, and it's okay. We just want to change how things are done here. And that's, we've always been counterculture. That's why we have even, this is shameless plug for me. That's why even all the stuff we do sell back there comes with our good vibes guarantee. What that means is you can return anything you ever buy from us for up to a year
Whole year.
for any reason, even if it's beyond Poshmark's 3-day policy, for any reason, in any condition. You could take one of our bags and just because you hated it so much, you'd sick your dog on it and kicked it across the room. You send me the bits of what's left and I will always take it back. And we will find something for you that'll make you happy. Okay.
Mm-mm.
That's what the Good Vibes Guarantee is about. And that's why we're all about trying to be counterculture, both to the corporate world, because these are corporate policies.
Mm-hmm.
I know Poshmark's doing some stuff, but I know the sellers are doing stuff to you. But really, Poshmark sets those corporate policies
Right.
onto Poshmark sellers,
Mm-hmm.
which is really messed up. So we're really fighting against corporate, not necessarily other people, unless you're that asshole giveaway person.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then yeah, we are directly fighting you. That's not cool. That's really not cool.
Not cool, man.
She got her favorite set. She won a giveaway. She went to a show, won a giveaway. And what did you get? I love telling the story because it's so terrible.
It
She
is.
won her favorite what?
Perfume. It was just a small, like, travel sample size of my favorite perfume. And I was so excited. I couldn't believe I won. There was like 50 people in the show. It was so crazy that I had even won. And so excited, so excited. I couldn't find anything in the girls' closet that I actually wanted. And they sent me a candle from the dollar store.
Yep.
And when I reached out to her in a way of like, did I misunderstand the giveaway? Like, did I do something wrong? Was there did I do something wrong? And she was like, oh, I knew I forgot to put something in your package. And that was it. Done. So
Did you get blocked too?
I don't know. Because I don't even know how blocking works. Like I said, I don't even know where you fucking block anybody on this platform.
Right.
So I have no clue. She probably blocked me. Who knows? I don't know. But I was so like flabbergasted by it. Like, are you serious?
Her face, you guys, it broke my heart. She was so excited about winning this giveaway. And then suddenly it went to crap. And I felt so bad. That's why I was like, no, we're going to make this right. So we're never going to do that. I made that promise. We're never going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
No, remember for a while they had the codes.
Oh my God.
You don't get the code unless you follow us on Instagram.
Oh my God.
Ugh.
So
Blech.
there's so many gimmicks that are coming with the giveaways. So many. And even though Posh comes at it and says, that's not allowed. We're not allowing that. That's not part of our policy. People are going to still find a way around it. They're still going to find their own little shady way of doing shit.
Right.
So
To address our chat, someone said people could take advantage of our Good Vibes Guarantee. Absolutely.
100%.
You are 100% correct. But I want to point this out. I'm not going to let the actions of one individual that will do that affect the people who are truly going to appreciate something good. I'm not going to run our company out of fear.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to, I refuse to let these people bully us.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell you what, have people return to us multiple times? Yeah. But who cares? Because that one person that I lost money on makes up for all the, it helps all the other people out. So I'm not going to, so imagine that one person ruined it for the hundreds of other people that buy from us.
Mm-hmm.
That I just say, hey guys, no more.
That don't take advantage
That
of
don't take advantage. Never let a single person take advantage and ruin it for everybody else. One cop ruining it and making everybody else a bad cop instantly, right? And that's not fair for those other people that are actually going to be enjoying our service and love it, and they want to buy from somebody that's not going to screw them over and make profits the number one thing. Now, will it happen? I'm sure it'll happen, but it's I've already allocated for percentages, okay? So a certain amount of people can do this, and even then we have the ability, we have our own sensibility to be like, okay, we don't want to do business with you anymore. We can't sell to you because you're ruining it for everybody else. And that's our responsibility to know that's going to happen. And so what? Listen, and one more thing I'll tell you guys. Do you see this over here? What am I going to lose? $400? That's it? $400 is not the price I put on the happiness of all of our other tribe members. It's going to take a lot more before I even consider taking down the Good Vibes Guarantee. You know what I'm saying? So it's very important that even just in life, you don't let one bad person ruin it for all the other good people in your life.
Yeah.
Right?
It's definitely called the bad cop mentality.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Of like meeting one dick cop and thinking that they're all bad. Because that's the mentality that we have. I mean, I'm even guilty of it. You know what I mean? But you can't let that be a driving factor in your life. It's just not healthy.
And, if I get it from the corporate world, you want to reduce those percentages to maximize profit. So like if you have what they would call, like you defer a little bit amount of money for contingencies in business. And those are one of those contingencies you worry about, scam artists and things of that nature, people purposely taking advantage of your return policies and etc. But it's already, and if you're corporate, you want to reduce that. We're not corporate.
Right?
We're not corporate. We're not worried about trying to make every single penny I can squeeze out of people. We're just normal people, and we just want to build joy with people, and bring happiness to people, and that's all that matters. And that's how it should be, because right now it feels bad. If you go to Poshmark right now and talk to somebody and go, tell me your horror story from Posh, they'll have more than one.
Oh, several. They'll have so many.
They'll have, it won't stop. It will be more than one. And if someone just joined and they tell you a story like, oh, you're just getting started, welcome to the club, Rook. You know what I'm saying?
Chad says, I hear people say all the time, I really hope one of my buyers wins. And it makes me mad because I could have been a new buyer, but I won't if they say that. Agreed. Absolutely agreed. I don't go in here and go, I hope one of our tribe members wins. I'm like, I can't wait to send a good vibe to somebody. I kind of hope that it's not a tribe member so that we can make a new friend.
Random act of kindness.
Yeah, and you can like make somebody's day out of nowhere. Like I don't know. Poshmark and the giveaways and the shows are so broken in so many ways that I hope people catch on to what we're doing and more people start acting the way that we do.
That's why we got Maga'a.
Maga'a.
Okay? Maybe a little bit at a time, because I want somebody out there to know that we are doing this and sending out this message, to kind of, in a way, starting a good vibes war with people. You're like, stop it. No.
The good vibes movement.
Bad seller.
Yep.
Don't do that.
Right? Bad seller.
Bad seller. You know what I mean?
Bad.
You
need a new acronym.
I know. We did it because it's so ridiculous.
It is so ridiculous.
It's so ridiculous. So, but hey, let's move on to the next topic. I think the next topic we've been waiting to talk about. Okay.
Okay.
Here, let me copy and paste this. Look, here you go for our chat.
Maga'a.
Okay, and then also let me hit our shameless plug for there. Here's a shameless plug going in there into the chat real quick. There you go. Shameless plug.
All right.
More information. Okay, so we're moving on to the next one.
I love that it's a music album in there too.
There's a music album because why not? We're weird. Oh. I'm going to manifest the next topic. That's what I do. I'm thinking about it right now. And the next topic is currently being manifested because we're going to move on to our next segment. Okay. The next topic we're going to be talking about is, manifestation. Manifestation is having a moment, right? Isn't it? Vision boards, scripting that the universe will deliver, Yes. TikToks that tell you to do it all the time. And I'm over here wondering, is this the magic pill for your dream life or just a pretty way of avoiding of doing the damn actual work of making it happen? Okay. So what do you think about manifestation?
Okay. So I have a different relationship with manifestation because I feel as though it is the beginning steps to creating something great. So I think there are a lot of people out there that are taking a lazy manifestation route where it was like, just think about it and it'll happen and it'll come to you and it'll like reveal itself to you. And it's like, no, that's not really the case. Maybe with some things, but for the most part, manifestation to me is you are building your, I don't know, I can't think of the word. You are building the pathway in your mind to get to whatever it is that you are wanting to. Yeah, mindset, actually. You're building the mindset to get to whatever goal it is that you have or whatever it is you're trying to manifest it, whether it's more money or whatever, better job, better partner, whatever it may be for the manifestation. I look at it as a building block as opposed to a lazy way of expecting it to just be handed to you.
Chat says, project your life, project your future. And I absolutely agree. Now, here's the thing, right? I'm very scientific. And Mags is a hippie for the most part, right? So that's why every package.
I was like, I need a crystal for this.
She sends out.
I need a crystal for this segment.
She wants to send out energy through the crystals. Now I'm very scientific. I was straight tell her, I was like, listen, crystals do a lot of things you think. If you break your leg, don't be rubbing amethyst on it. Get to the damn hospital, okay? Like, what are you doing? All right. So the scientist in me calls out bullshit. Okay, don't hear me out, y'all. Don't come after me yet. All right. That's a bunch of bullshit. None of this is provable. None of this actually works. If you sit there in a room and dream about what you want and visualize about what you want, it ain't just going to come knocking at your door.
Right.
You're being absolutely ridiculous and unrealistic. And I've seen TikToks and Instagrams telling people to do this pretty much. You know what I mean? Like, this is how you get everything you want in life. Big promises, huge promises. This is how you get everything you want in life. I want you to imagine it. I want you to sit there and think about what you want and only think about that. and then it will happen. It will come to you. And and you see the likes and the shares and the reshares of this. And my scientific ass is going, you got to get out there and do the damn work too.
Yes, for sure. That's what I mean is there's always a thing that we've always said is the body will always follow the mind.
Yeah.
So if you think about something enough, you can manifest something into fruition. Like if I worry about something so much, I could end up making it happen because I will be then doing the actions that my brain is telling my body to do in order to create that thing that I'm worried about, because it's all I'm worried. That's all I'm thinking about. It's all I'm thinking about. Oh my God, I hope this doesn't happen. I hope this doesn't happen. I hope this doesn't happen. Your brain doesn't translate, I hope it doesn't happen. Your brain translates, oh, all you're thinking about is breaking your leg, breaking your leg,
Right.
breaking your leg. It doesn't differentiate between does and doesn't, or did or don't. It just says all you're thinking about right now is breaking your leg. So that's what we're going to do. That's the actions that your body is going to take in order to make that happen, as opposed to thinking about, I want this for myself. Like I have an amazing example of this is I had my dream car, and you guys will probably laugh at me. It was a Honda Element. You guys, that was my dream car. That's what I wanted. I wanted one so badly.
Drove a Shelby, by the way.
I didn't want a BMW. I didn't want any. I wanted
$5,000 car.
my Honda Element was what I wanted. And I thought about that every day for like 2 years. Like every day I put a picture of it on my screen. I thought about that car so much. And I tell you what, y'all, I made it happen. I got my Honda. And I remember, and I got a loan for it and everything. Like I didn't just go and buy it outright. Like I made it happen through all sorts of channels of how the fuck did you make this happen? And I remember sitting in the driver's seat, pulling away from the bank after I had just signed the loan and just crying because I had made it happen. I had thought about it so much and I had wanted it so much that my body took the actions in my life to make that happen. Whether I hustled harder, whether I stashed that extra money, whether I searched for that car every single day on KSL, until I found the right one, I made it happen, but it's because I thought about it every day. So for me, that's what manifestation means. It's not like you're talking about these Instas and TikToks that are just saying like, oh, just sit and meditate and think about
Oh,
it.
yeah, they're insane.
And it will appear in your lap. Like that's fucking bullshit.
Well,
And
the
I
problem
don't,
is-
even as a hippie, I don't believe that.
It creates people that are like, like I imagine this woman on a gurney, and she's like, I manifested you. Bitch, you called 911. You didn't manifest shit. You literally picked up the phone and called 911. That's why I'm here.
Yes.
Right? So, I'm sorry. Let's catch up with chat.
I know there's so much here. Let's see. You have to execute a plan to
Yes.
get there to your goal. Yes. Self-fulfilled prophecy. Yes. It is a form of motivation into action. Yes. That's absolutely it. Create a
Yes.
plan of action. And wonderful. Yes. Put in the work. I completely agree with all of those comments.
Right. So let me backtrack on everything I just said for a second. I just wanted to add some content into there and be the voice of the other person that's going to argue against this, because there's a lot of people against it. Now, do I believe in manifestation? I absolutely do. Okay. And here's how me and Mags have come to a sort of medium between us. For example, even crystals. It's just a rock, right? Is it? Because here's the thing. Mags will say, no, it has energy and people blah. And I will tell you when someone says, your wife's crazy, I'm going to go, well, here's the thing. The placebo effect is proven through many, many studies to be a thing. So when that person holds that stone and they feel that energy and they believe in that energy, they've in essence enacted upon that and created the placebo effect in their own head. So you can say whatever you want to them. It won't matter. When they believe so much, it becomes kind of real. So in a way, I can argue even against using science against itself, that it becomes real when your brain is that in tuned to that thought that you have. So I actually do. I believe in manifestation, but not the way that people are presenting it currently. I don't believe that it's just going to show up.
Right.
I don't believe
this magic fairy woohoo shit. And as a hippie woohoo, it's crazy to me that people that they're putting this out there for people to believe, because you're going to create an unhealthy mindset. You're going to create unhappiness because when it doesn't show up at your door, because you've been sitting in a room and thinking about it, there goes depression, there goes all sorts of things that follow with that. So it's a super unhealthy movement that's happening.
And you can't really measure that as well. And I'm going to go further. Are you ready? This is going to get me in trouble. All right. But you think about people going in there, take this crystal, it'll help with your cancer. Now, I know immediately, right away, when somebody says that, the scientist in me is dying. I'm like, that's not going to help you. Get to fucking chemo. However, I can also argue that the mindset you have going through such a tough phase in your life needs to be that good. It needs to be almost woohooey, if you will, in order to fight. Because when you tell somebody, even advice, you go, hey, make sure, keep your balance versus don't trip. Studies have shown when you say keep your balance, people have a tendency to keep balance on that thing. But you say don't trip, people have a tendency to trip.
Right.
Because you triggered the word trip in their brain. So it's very, and this is something that FBI knows, CIA knows, your wording is very powerful. So will this rock cure your cancer? Not necessarily. No. Then I say no. However, it'll put you in a good mindset that maybe your body will be in the right spot to fight, to receive it. And
even
just as good.
And even if not, you feel better. And isn't that really what in the long run it's about, is feeling better in those moments, especially in those types of moments, just to have some form of hope or some form of something to hold on to.
Absolutely.
Then what harm is it doing? You're not harming anybody. You can't try and convince them that it's going to cure their cancer, but you can allow it to help them ease the brain by doing that.
Psychologists say visualization can improve motivation and performance. I agree with this. Olympic athletes literally do mental run-throughs before their events. So the visualization part and the motivate, it can help motivate and improve your performance. Athletes do this all the time. All the time. You look in the back in any kind of locker room before they go, we the world champions. We the world champions. They're hyping themselves up. They're getting that visualization in their head and improves performance, improves morale. So really, are they world champions? Not yet. They're technically lying to themselves, and yet they do it for a reason.
Right.
Major athletes do this for a reason. So you got something in chat?
Somebody just asked if we were motivational speakers. No.
Not necessarily.
No.
So I'm inadvertently a lot of my friends' big brothers and a life coach, and I've been a teacher for a long time in martial arts, and so inadvertently I've been doing a lot of speech. I did do some speeches for some companies for culture changes, but nothing motivational like that. So not where I can say I'm a motivational speaker by any means.
Somebody else said that they've even heard of it causing people to give up. If you get me, I get you. And because there was someone that was so upset when they wanted it didn't happen, and they believed in manifestation so much, it didn't work, and they were so hurt that that's what they did.
No,
that's what I was getting at.
That's the scary part.
That is the scary part of what is being portrayed as manifestation.
Correct.
So
let me actually lean into the next fact for that. Manifestation taps into the RAS, the reticular activating system. I know you already know this, but I have to read it, in your brain. That's when you start noticing opportunities that you otherwise ignore. So when you focus on that one thing, it's sort of like if you just bought a red car, now all you see are red cars.
Right.
Okay? So if you focus on that one thing, that's all that you see. Okay? So a woohoo person says that kid over there manifested, being a firefighter by having vision boards and blah, blah, blah. And the scientist in me says they became a firefighter because that's all they can think about. They got obsessed by it. It's still the same.
Right. Manifestation equals obsession.
Right. To get obsessed with something, to visualize it, to actually believe you can feel it, to breathe it, to feel. Like, for example, if you want like a brand new RV, you close your eyes, right? You feel the rumble of the road underneath you, the steering wheel, what it smells like. Use all your senses. What do you hear? The door slamming in the back. What do you hear? Right? What do you feel? What do you taste? So all those things, and then it becomes so real that your brain starts now looking for those things, and you start putting it into motion because you need action as well as the brain. You can't have one without the other. And that's why, to me, manifestation, little air quotes for those at home, is very important. And to me, I prefer obsession. Get obsessed with whatever you want versus manifestation is very woohooey. And you know me, I'm so scientific. I'm like, I prefer same word, same thing. We're just using different words. Get obsessed with it, and it will happen, because one way or another, you're going to make it happen. But it definitely ain't happen with you sitting on your ass.
Yep. Again, I come back to the body follows the mind. If you think about it, your body's going to make it happen, positive or negative. So that's the keynote, is be very aware of your mindset and what you're focusing on and what you're obsessing over and what you're manifesting.
Right.
Because your body's going to make it happen.
Right. You got to have both. Let's say you have the action and not the brain. You're going to burn out.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing the same thing and your brain doesn't see any kind of reward system. You're not obsessed. You're doing it and now it feels like a job. You know, a job you ever had you don't care about? You know what I'm talking about? Like, I'm making this burrito. I can give a fuck about your company.
Right.
You're going to have the same feeling, but even worse for your life. If you don't have some sort of like thought in your brain and vision board, if you want, vision boards are great because it helps you it reminds
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our brain is, we're ADD all over the place by nature.
Especially now.
So having a vision board, having people around you remind you, listening to things that remind you of those things, even podcasts like this, listening to things that remind you of what you want in life will start activating that system. Okay. And you start looking for it.
What's that system called again?
The reticular activating system.
Reticular activating system.
Right. Just as it sounds. Right. So the cat's in the box. But that's something that's very important to note, is that you need to actually go out and do something. So, and the more and more, now, the other way we now talked about, that's the problem. When you don't have any action and you only start manifesting things, you're going to run into disappointment. It's a spiraling disappointment and you will snap because you sit around and you go, I manifested a Diet Coke here for like 8 hours now and no Diet Coke.
Still no Diet Coke.
Get off your ass and go pick it up from the fridge. You've been thinking about it for 8 hours is what I would tell you. Like, you've been thinking about this damn Coke for 8 hours. Go grab it out of the fridge. Okay? You got to have that.
Manifest your ass up to the fridge.
Sure. That'll be the question. Like, can you manifest yourself getting off the couch? Is that it? Can you just visualize? You're like, I already did it, but I'm still not standing. All right, you're a lost hope. I give up on you. I don't give up on a lot of people, but I'm now manifesting myself walking out of your life. Thank you for that. So
people have to learn to manifest. This is chat. Learn to manifest about things that are realistic, because when it becomes about something literal, they have no control over. That's dangerous too. Absolutely,
I agree.
Yes, like you can't make someone love you if you don't, but you can be obsessed. I agree. I was gonna say obsession can also be a negative word.
Yes.
It's like the manifest can be a negative word.
Absolutely.
You have to obsess in a healthy way.
Yes.
And in a productive way.
Yeah.
As opposed to the unhealthy manner that Chad was talking about.
I absolutely agree with
I do too.
So both of those are extremes. Sitting there and manifesting into one extreme and not getting up and being so obsessed that you're completely unrealistic.
Of something unrealistic.
Of something that is not going to happen.
Right.
So ultimately, you still need to stay within the realm of reality of some sort. And you have to still stay balanced on that. You know what I'm saying? So I can't imagine a dragon's going to show up, right? I can't do that. It's not a thing. However, someone once did. And if you think about it, they kind of exist, just not what you think. For example, napalm strikes in airplanes. Those are damn flying dragons. Okay. So, there's you're never going to get an actual dragon. You're going to get close. So you manifest and you can possibly at least get you to a different goal. You know, the whole saying of reach for the skies, but keep your feet on the ground.
Right.
Right. Don't go floating off into the clouds. And I think that really that applies here. So
people usually have an obsession because they can't control the situation. That's true. There's usually something internally that's going on when there's an unhealthy obsession with something that
feels a little like OCD as well. So yes, absolutely.
Again, something internally going on that needs to be assessed.
Right. So yeah, in the long run, manifestation, kind of. That's my thing.
Right. You're here.
We're
not
here.
We're not here. We're here.
It's definitely not BS. But you can't sit around and not do anything and not make things happen. It mostly should be used as a mindset and a guidance to keep you motivated and keep you wanting to continue on what you're doing.
Right.
But you got to have action.
Use it as a tool, not an end result, not as an end all be all. You have it as part of your weaponry.
Yes, I agree. So some quick tips, okay, for manifestation. Aside from the stuff that you're already going to see online, get a vision board. Okay, say it to yourself over and over. Have affirmations for yourself. All the stuff you're normally going to see online on all these TikTok videos and Instagram videos, right? So let's have some others. Here we go. Write it and say it and act like it's already yours, whatever it is. You have to be there already. I gave advice the other day to someone in the chat, right? And they said, how do I do pod shows when there's only 0 people in there? And I said to her, the advice I gave her, at least I think it was her, the advice I gave her was, you have to perform the show. It was very difficult, as if you already got 1 million people watching, because you're going to elevate for 1 million people, you're going to prep, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're going to look good.
Right.
You're going to talk like there's 1 million people. For one person, you might feel kind of like lazy. You're like, it's just one person in here and it's me on my other device. You're going to kind of give a one-person performance, and that's not going to, in essence, manifest anybody. So you have to be hyping yourself up like these people do. I'm the champion of the world. I'm going on. 0 people in the show. There's 1 million people on my show. There's 1 million people, and I'm about to give the best performance you ever seen in your life right now. And that needs to be something that you keep in mind. So really, like, say it, own it, be it. Put yourself there. Are you actually there? Do you have 1 million people in your show? No. But that's not the point. The point is you can't ever get to 1 million until you start thinking.
You're worried about one.
Yeah, if you're worried about one, right? And you got to start thinking. If you're not thinking like 1 million, you're never going to get there. If you're thinking like one, you're going to get one. So start thinking about and start being the person that you're supposed to be. And if we're not talking about shows, we're talking about people. Start thinking about what you want. Start thinking about who you are, but whether it's financially or materialistically speaking, or if it's just something like in a partner. Because earlier the chat brought up a partner. Well, you can't make somebody love you. No, not necessarily. I agree with you. You can't. But attraction, there's a science to attraction. You might not get that one person you're obsessed with. But if you work on yourself, you'll be surprised how many opportunities come up of the people that you can meet. Work on that self-confidence. Work on how you dress. Work on how you present yourself, right? Work on how you talk to others. Learn how to read body language, right? Say all these different things. Learn where to meet people. And you guys, look at me. Not Johnny Depp when he was hot. Look at that. Okay. Not yet. I've had plenty of opportunities to meet beautiful women because I worked on myself. I have very high confidence and I love talking to people. So I've learned how to talk to people. And that's literally, it's given me all these opportunities. And again, not Brad Pitt. Is Brad Pitt still hot?
I think so.
I can't say Brad Pitt then, huh? I need another one that used to be hot. Johnny Depp used to be hot.
Yeah.
Then he kind of he got with that one girl who crazy.
Oh, Amber just destroyed him.
Oh.
Yeah, it was rough.
He looks bad now. He looks creepy. Like the creepy uncle creepy.
He looks tired.
He looks tired. Like he's been fighting for a long time. He looks like, that's what he looks like. He looks like,
Right.
So, but anyways, you can work on yourself and find different opportunities. So remember I was talking about the plane and the dragon, right? You can't get the dragon, but you might come up with the plane instead that launches fireballs. Listen, you might not get the woman that you've been obsessed with or the man that you've been obsessed with. You might come up with something better.
Right.
And you got to manifest that though. You got to imagine yourself as the most charming, the most beautiful woman in the world, the most attractive thing to ever walk. Not to the point where you're egotistical, of course. Keep it within reason. And then maybe you'll become that person. And then when you become that person, maybe you'll attract something better than what you were obsessing over. When it comes
Most
to
likely.
more likely, right? But I don't want to give any guarantees, So and
I know we're not a TikTok. I'm not guaranteeing.
yeah, there are no guarantees to our advice. This advice is not FDA approved. Okay.
FDA approved. So he said there's a person on TikTok and 99% of her videos are nothing but affirmations for people to listen to. And I love her. I love that. I love that there are people out there that are just spreading good vibes
Thank you.
like us. Like
Yes.
we're just out spreading good vibes in one way or another, whether it's through this podcast, whether it's through a beautiful bag, whether it's through just the show, hanging out, or whether it's through our album, making you feel good, listening to our music. Like that's what it should all be about. It's just like, let's just be nice to each other, make other people happy.
Right.
Like the world would be such a different place if we just were more concerned with like doing good and like doing good for others, as opposed to how like selfish and self-involved our society has become. We're so self-involved now.
I agree. Yes.
So
I have a story with that too. But to finish off that chat, they said I always feel better after I hear her because she's positive and funny. Starting your day with laughter and positivity helps so much. I easily agree with that. That's something that we need a little bit more of, some jokes and some happiness. So we went to a Denny's on one of our door dashes. And I'll give you an example of how it can change everything. And this worker was pissed. She was grumpy, slamming things around. She had an order for a smoothie. Remember this?
oh yeah.
She had an order for a smoothie. She fucking hates them because smoothies at 2 a.m. She got to do the dishes later, okay? And they're just like annoying that she's got to make this damn smoothie at 2 a.m. when she's got 1,000 other things to do. She's pissed and understaffed. Man, visibly fuming, right? And like unapproachable fuming. So naturally, I went up to her and I said, the first thing I said, hey, what's your name? First interrogating, right? So I did this on purpose because it matches her energy. And she looks at me and she's her name, Deborah. I still remember her name. Wow. Deborah. And I go, Deborah, you're doing an amazing job. They don't appreciate you enough. You're the only one here. And that little bit of positivity completely disarmed her. She went from raging to lightly tiptoeing around and being all more light on her feet. Not tiptoeing like she's in trouble, but like just light on her feet in general, and was smiling. And that's all it took. And she opened up about her day and opened up about the problems that they're having at that Denny's and that little bit. Now, immediately, I know what 90% of people are going to do. I worked in customer service. I know what 90% of people are going to do. Look at this fucking bitch. Bitch, I pay you, right? Is what the company's going to say to provide good customer service. And this ain't good customer service, right? And you're coming in, you're instantly going to match her energy. That's what you do. You're going to match her energy. You're going to be like, oh, you're a bitch? I'm a fucking bitch. Because you're going to start out like this. But I have this thing where I say, it's like, listen, it takes more than that person's energy to knock me off my energy.
Right.
Right. And when I say energy, I don't mean woohoo, you guys. Talk to me later if you're curious about it, So it's I mean my energy. What's that?
Suze.
Suze. Oh, you won, Suze. Suze, you weren't here for the drawing, but we did a drawing. We did a drawing for our purse pass holders. You win. So these Fry sunglasses are coming to you, Suze. Okay? Yeah, I didn't even see you sneak in, by the way.
I know.
Yeah.
And yes, a random act of kindness
you
can
want.
literally change someone's entire outlook. I so agree.
Chad said it would have made me cry if you said that to me. Oh, that's so sweet. And you know what's really funny is I think people really should be at first treating each other better. Now, don't get me wrong. Remember, we talked about within reason, right? So let's say you come at somebody with that kindness, even though they were really mean to you. You come, and then they're continuing on, give it another shot. The whole 3 strikes rule. On the third time, all right. On the third time, you might want to go ahead and just be neutral at that point. Or if not, at that point, maybe
just remove
yourself from the scenario, or return the energy if they're not getting out of your face. So remember, this is all within reason. But most of us, out of all the times that I've ever approach somebody, even in a bad mood, most of the time matching their energy and then disarming them by understanding, putting just one toe in their shoe, right? Just being a little bit where they're at.
Right.
That's all it takes to disarm people, because we're pissed because nobody hears us.
Nobody's listening.
Nobody's listening.
Nobody gives a shit.
Nobody cares. Nobody understands. So you take that time to understand, and they're like, okay, we're on the same page.
This is what I needed.
I needed this, right? And people have done it to me, so it's why I'm doing it for others. There have been times when I needed somebody in my life and they've been there for me, and now it's this way of giving back and just continuing on. But just remember, negativity spreads fast, but so does positivity. And sometimes you got to break that cycle in that person. So,
and I think so many people think negativity comes so much easier to a lot of people.
100%.
Just like it's so much easier to just stay with a neutral or a frowning face than it is to smile. Like, it takes more effort to smile for so many people, they feel like.
Right,
you know what I mean? So it's just easier to be negative. It's easier to be down. You're pissed about the weather. You're pissed about your job. You're pissed about your partner. Pissed about your kids, whatever it may be. So it's easier to take that out on other people.
And if you're pissed in the same way, if I'm thinking the same thing and you're thinking the same thing, when we come together, what we're going to say is, I don't give a fuck about you. I don't care. I got my fucking problems too.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? And ironically, if you're an alien looking back,
you'd
or
like,
third person, you're like, if they knew they're actually going both through the same problem,
they could help each other.
The whole misery loves company thing is a thing too, by the way.
So
it's really funny. We both could help each other just by being with each other and being on the same energy of like, hey, what are you going through, right? And they're going to open, and what are you going through?
That's literally what Chad says. You have no idea what someone else is going through. Showing them kindness costs nothing.
It absolutely costs nothing.
It doesn't. It literally costs nothing.
But here's the thing, though. You have to be a wealth of it. And here, when I say that, you have to be a deep well. You have to have a lot of ability to block that negative. You got to have a lot of positivity as a well. If you've run dry, I get it. The world's burned you, even for just that day. I get it.
It happens.
It happens to
so
everybody. So you have to start with the full well before you start your day. And that's why affirmations really help. Remind yourself why your life is amazing. Remind yourself why you're a great person. Remind yourself that there's still good in the world. Watch yourself some Faith for Humanity videos if you have to, okay?
Oh, those are so good.
Get your mind set up, and then go out there and then go in, and then you now have a deep well. So when that motherfucker cuts you off in the middle of the road, you can choose good vibes instead, because you got plenty left. But if you don't have any in the first place, there ain't no way you're choosing good vibes. You're gonna be like, this, I'm gonna tailgate this motherfucker all the way to the next destination, because you fucking cut me off on a bad day. And that's because you got nothing in your well. You got nothing in there to give to nobody. You got love for yourself. You don't got love to give to others, right? So if you have something for chat?
Chat says, I'm an optimist and my husband is a pessimist. He literally says if he expects the worst of a situation, he won't be disappointed. And it happened to be that way and happened to be better, then it will make him happy. Unfortunately, that is how a lot of people think, because again, it goes back to this, it's so much easier to be negative. And I mean, to put any warrant to what he said, yeah, you're right. If you expect shit and shit happens, you can't be mad. Like,
Right.
that's what was going to happen anyway.
Yeah, but I have a thing, though. I have a thing. You know that thing they say in movies?
It is exhausting to live with that. Absolutely.
That thing they say in movies, what if I fall? There's always that one person.
Right.
Yeah, but what if you fly?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I think that's very important here, and that plays in this subject in particular here. In a way, I hate to say this, the hubby is right. Okay, in a way, because there's this thing about relativity. So if I put my expectations really high, then I won't get disappointed. And unfortunately, it's a defense mechanism that works.
It is.
It is highly effective, but it also means you won't get anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So it will protect your emotions, yes, but it will not grow your emotions. Being uncomfortable and learning to live with failure is a part of growing an internal growth that we all have to take. And if you don't do that, you set yourself to be stale. So you have to challenge and take a little bit, not a lot of uncomfortable. We talked about the other podcast. Don't go ripping your whole life apart and changing everything upside down. A little bit of discomfort every time will help motivate your body into being able to accept those little things. So small failures are okay.
Right.
He's right though.
He's right, but it does nothing for the people around him. He's protecting his emotions.
Just him.
But what about your emotions? What about the other people in his life's emotions?
Well, if you walk around like that all the time, unfortunately, people will start perceiving you as almost like a succubus of energy. They're going to see you as the negative Nelly, that you drain the life out of the room, that you're going to be, not that you care, because you're like, whatever, if to stay in that mindset, you're like, whatever, that's what I expected anyways, right? So, but inadvertently over time, right, people have to balance out by being even more positive, right? When we all know balance is balance. I know it sounds kind of like a John Madden that. It's like a touchdown's when you get it into the end zone. Like, I know we're stating the obvious here, but let me be more like exact here. Balance means not too optimistic, not too negative. Right. So when you have two negatives, then and one's too positive, then you're in what? Just say it how it is, an imbalanced relationship. That's what it is.
Or you have one that's too negative and then one that's trying to counter that with positive. But again, that comes to that well situation where like your well runs dry. You can't keep that positivity up in order to balance the negative that's coming.
Oh, yeah.
So a complete imbalance.
Oh, yeah. Because you're going to be like, oh, okay, we're just going to be a bitch today. All right, we're going to be a bitch today then. That's what comes. That's what happens. That's where that leads to almost every single time. So
it works sometimes, but it's hard to crack. Yep.
Yeah. No, I get it. And I think the biggest thing on that is when you're with somebody like that, doesn't mean that they're a bad person. It just means this is a defense mechanism they've learned through the years.
They've been burnt.
Remember what we said about stepping in the shoes, right? Why would somebody do that? Oh, they've been burnt. Oh, someone fucked them over real good. And
it's a complete defense mechanism. I'm glad you said that because it's truly what it is.
Right. So it doesn't mean they're evil. It just means that they need a little bit they need to start doing what we were talking about before, is learning to be okay with some discomforts in their life and then working their way up from there.
And failures, like you said, because like they're talking about like, oh, if I expect nothing but garbage and I get garbage, then there it is. That's what it was supposed to be. But it's like, but what if you don't expect just a little bit of that garbage, just a little bit at a time?
Oh.
Like what if you expect to fly, what if you expect to skip instead of fall?
Right.
Or you skip to, you know what I mean? Like not so fall or fly. Like what if you skip?
Well, Chad had a good point that it becomes exhausting and sort of a meek way to live. And I agree with you. It takes all the color out of it. I'll give you an example, okay? We go into a roller coaster and I'm a complete pessimist. And I'm like, it's going to be shit anyways. That way I can't be disappointed when it's shit. You get on the ride and it's a good ride, right? But you're like, oh, at least it wasn't shit. Versus optics, it's going to be the best ride ever, right? You get on the ride and you're looking to enjoy it. So because the body follows the mind follows the body, they work and they coerce each other. You've enjoyed it a little bit more, even if it was a par roller coaster or like a mid roller coaster. You enjoyed it more than if you didn't. So funny enough, that second person probably, relatively, subjectively speaking, enjoyed that roller coaster way more than the pessimistic one who was almost like forced to go on there for the most part. Like, do you even want to be here? Let's take away roller coaster and let's just talk about life now, right? Let's just take it away. Now we talk about life. Between those two people, who really is tasting the food? Who's really feeling the music? Who's really feeling those sweet kisses? Who's really, you know what I'm saying? Who's really feeling life? And who is not?
It's just existing.
Existing. Who feels gray? Who feels like meh?
Just surviving
Okay.
through life
Right. Now,
at that point.
Now, I'm a person, and if this is my partner, and I was with I'll be honest with you, I was with somebody like this. All you can do is continually refill your well and help show them that there is the whole what if you fly? But what if you fly, right? You can't let it affect you. And the way to do that is to work on yourself. Affirmations. I'm telling you, affirmations. Wake up every day and go, God damn, my life is good. Damn, I'm sexy. Okay. You know what? I am a deep well of positivity and nobody can knock me off my course. Try me, right? Try me. So, because the opposite thought can be true. If I expect things to go good, right? And I'm disappointed, a positive person will say, well, that's just something I learned from and move on.
On to the next positive.
Yep. On to the next good thing. I'll just learn from it and move on, right? A negative person goes, I failed. I fucking suck. My life is terrible. This is why I don't do this. This is why I don't go out.
This is why I don't expect.
This is why I don't expect. You see this right here? Then they start pointing the finger at you. You see why I don't do this? You see? You get it? You see? So that I think that's a balance that you have to find. But be realistic. There in those types of relationships, there is an imbalance that requires some balance. They don't have to both go to neutral. They just can't be at extremes, right? So because what's happening is a balancing act, but not actually balance. So.
Right. It's like you're trying to find the balance, but then how much time are you spending finding that balance?
Right.
It feels like I don't want to say that you're wasting the time, but how long are you going to try and find the balance with that?
On a deeper level, life is about creating and discovering. So the more you want to be with people that are going to make sure, not just your partner, your friends too, and just the coworkers, your kids, you want to be surrounded with people that are going to help that journey, right? It's really difficult to work on my journey if I'm constantly micromanaging another journey, right? So
let's see. Let's go back and chat.
Oh, I'm sorry. I missed so much chat. I got so into the conversation, you guys.
Wait, why the fuck is anyone getting on a roller coaster? Crazy. He won't get on them. I've tried it and I hate it. I know. So you're saying he probably needs me more than I know. Aw.
Yes.
Yes.
Actually. That's actually true. Yes.
What if you expect things to just be?
That's fine.
That works.
Yeah, that works. Yeah. As long as it's like, if you expect things to be and then you're playing it by ear. So you're kind of like, well, let's see first. I think that's it's a cautious way to approach things and there's nothing wrong with that, but you're not expecting an outcome. And that's important too as well. Like a negative outcome is what I'm saying.
Right. Neither negative or positive.
Oh yeah, because I'm telling you right now, there's such an easy argument for the hyper optimist. Excuse me. You're like, okay, get your fucking head out of your ass.
Right.
Your head is in the clouds. Like
it's unrealistic. It's optimism.
Unrealistic, right? And that's the extreme of optimism, right? Just like the extreme of the extreme of pessimism and negativity is that where everything's gonna go wrong. This is why I don't try, and et cetera, et cetera. The whole point is wherever you're starting is to find a better balance. So if you are a little too optimistic, let's bring it down a little bit and be a little bit more real world. You might want to surround yourself with somebody that helps you, right? So it just cannot be an extreme. That's all I'm saying. An extreme is as it sounds, an extreme.
Right, and it's going to exhaust either party.
It'll exhaust
whether
parties.
If you have someone that's trying to bring you back down to reality or whether you have someone that's trying to lift you out off of the floor, basically.
What are you?
Oh, boy. I would like to think.
Let's put her under the fire.
A pretty negative person for a long, long time because, again, I can relate with the hubby in here in that I got burned really, really bad. And my upbringing as a child was pretty negative. And so I had into my like young adult life, I had a pretty negative thing of like everything's going to go wrong. It's just I can't do anything right because as a kid I couldn't, and I was always in trouble for dumb things, and so I had a pretty negative outlook on life, which created this type of personality that constantly worries about everything. I worry like about everything. I'm one of those compulsive worriers that thankfully I met you, who is incredibly optimistic and incredibly positive and doesn't worry about every little thing the way I do, that helps balance me. So I'm finding my balance, but I would say I'm definitely more on the, I don't want to say pessimistic, but I definitely am, I'm cautiously pessimistic, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Like
makes sense.
I'm more aware of my pessimism now, especially with you, because you are helping create that balance in me. But I don't necessarily think negative and bad things are going to happen. I worry a lot more than I need to. And less so since you and I have been together, which has been forever now. But there's still bits and pieces of that have to be balanced out. So what about you?
What am I?
Yeah.
I think I'm sort of where Suze is saying, I'll mention names in this one about neutral. Kind of we'll see. I would say I'm mostly, if there's a percentage I can say, I would say I'm 60% optimistic. The 40% of me is very pessimistic too, where I'm like, So I'm very cautious overall. But for the most part, I looked for things to go good first. And the reason why I look for things to go good first is now my upbringing is a little bit different, if you will. I've always gotten, for the most part, and I'm not saying this in an egotistical way by any means, but anything that I've really kept my eye on, I got. I've always gotten what I wanted by work and determination and training myself. And so if I can visualize it and see it, talk about manifestation, then I can go get it. And if I can see myself doing it, I can go get it and I can make it happen. And it's going to happen. It's not a matter of if. And I've learned that over the years. It's when it's going to happen. So I sit patiently in the pocket until it happens. So like even this with Kids with Mags, we're in the red. We're not making any money. We're literally in the red. We're in debt because of this. But I also know in the long run, there are a lot of people that need these good vibes in this silly little service that we provide. So I know in the long run, it'll take off. And that's a lot of visualization for that. So, but notice what I said, though, is a little bit of manifestation, a little bit of reasoning in there as well. There's a gap in the market that requires attention. Okay. So for me, I'm a little bit more optimistic. But again, I've always gotten what I wanted. So I only see the positive now.
Chad says there's always going to be an outcome.
Yes.
Who am I to expect it to always be the one I want?
I don't think it's a matter of expecting to know, like, hey, well, first of all, who are you to expect what you want? I'll tell you, the main star of the one life you have. That's that's what I tell myself. That's it. I got one life on this spinning rock. And every day I age, I'm 45 now. Every time I blink, a week has gone by. And every time I blink, a month has gone by. And every time I blink, a year has gone by. So I'll tell you, who am I to expect things? Me. I'm me. And that's that's what you should have in your brain as well. Is that time is going by so fast. We got no time to question ourselves on whether we deserve this. You 100% deserve it. End of story. And it will be the end of your story if you don't continue it, right? So you get to create this. And that's why, to answer that question, who am I? That's who you are. The rock star, the best thing that ever graced this world. That's what you are. Okay. Now, to expect an outcome, I said that's all up to where you stand in the optimistic, pessimistic zone. If you start thinking a little bit more positive, you increases your chances of that thing happening, as what we learned through manifestation, of the power of the mind, and be able to set your mind for something good, right? And even if it's bad, and if it's bad, you're just training your brain to get better and create a callus from failures if you learn from it.
Right.
Without that, you grow stale. And that's sort of what mental health is about. So, on a side note, this is what I have to say on the side. Not a lot of people know this. I run a Discord on the side. And this whole Discord was created, a Discord for us older people, okay?
Or not computer
Or computer literate.
people.
What a Discord is it's just a chat service of grouping of people to get together, okay? And one of my friends I'd known for a while, younger than me, he took his own life, all right? And so ever since then, I have been a major advocate of mental health and the science, right? The science of mental health as well. There is a roadmap that all of us can use, that all of us can use it. And yes, we all have different experiences, but there's a general sort of path that we all have as human beings. We have fingerprints. We're all different. Every experience is a little bit different, but some things remain the same as human beings. Okay, because we're all human. So that's why mental health has been such a big thing for me, and that's why I know so much about in this particular subject about mental health. You have to be okay with little discomforts, and constant negativity will stop mental health growth. So you need optimism. You need health, and honestly, start with just the people around you, so surround yourself with more positive people could help too. So
Chat says they have an account with Discord.
oh yay, okay.
So.
Listen, we were doing quick tips before we went off. Number 2, we don't have ADD at all. No, we're perfectly normal. Replace someday with a date. Okay, because we're talking about, well, how do I manifest, how do I make this work? Okay, the first one, just say it again, write it, say it, be it. It's already yours. Okay, whatever it is. The second thing is someday. No, don't say someday anymore. Put a date. Make it concrete. You're like, I'm going to make this happen by this time.
But be realistic,
Right.
obviously.
Right.
Like, I'm going to have a 6-pack tomorrow.
Right.
Yeah, like, don't make it realistic so that you don't end up in this mental health situation of disappointment. So make it realistic.
Yep. And then my favorite of all this is, when in doubt, flirt with the universe, but marry your work ethic. So I gotta say it again. Guys, I'm gonna say that again, okay? When in doubt, flirt with the universe. Get all woohoo and flirt with that universe, but you marry your work ethic. That work ethic is your bae. That is your go-to. That is your boo. You gotta put in the work, okay? You have to put it in or nothing will change.
I try to explain that even though I'm not happy with some things in my life, I'm a happy person. People do not get me when I say that.
Yeah, if you're an optimistic person, mostly optimistic person like me, whenever you come across those who are in the opposite realm, you're not going to make any sense. You're just crazy. How you being so positive? Your leg's on fire. You're like, well, I still got the rest of my limbs. So I'm really happy about that. You're like, yeah,
What a cool scar and story it's going to be, man.
yeah, what a cool story. Yeah, so it's just how it works. However, and that's what we mean by like energies, they come together and they can vibe. When you're really in control of yourself and you find yourself at a balance, you can match accordingly. So if someone's in, like I said, if I went at that we're talking about that Denny's woman. If I went to her and I said, you're so grumpy, but it's such an amazing day. Life is so beautiful. You know what she's going to do, right?
Go fuck yourself.
Exactly. She's going to tell me to go fuck myself because she's having a shit ass day. And you coming in here with your sunshines and rainbows. I don't need none of that in my life right now. Do you see any sunshines and rainbows happening over here? Customers are all over me, etc., 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 right? That's what's going to happen. But though I didn't do that. First thing I do is I match that energy. I went in there and I go, hey, what's your name? Instantly. It's a very, very demanding energy. She's on that energy, right? And she tells me her name. But under that same tone, then I told her she's doing a good job. So now she's listening. But you can't just instantly be against someone's energy in order. You got to match their vibe, man.
Right.
You got to match their vibe, bruh.
You can't go and like out happy someone's grumpy.
No, that's not a thing. And you have to remember that, okay? So
yes, one thing you can do is give somebody an honest compliment. Absolutely.
Yes. Yep. Max does that all the time. She's like, you're honestly a fry. And I'm like, cool. Made my here go the face stroking. I love it. Do it again.
But I love fries. You keep saying this like it's a bad thing. God. Anyone with a fry understands.
I get it. No, I get it. Well, but listen, you got to match the energy, right? If you don't match it, you're going to get resistance either way. It's the other way too. If someone's really happy, and it goes so, and that's one thing that's a great hack you can use in relationships. So, Mags, when I don't really get into arguments, I guess. Is that what we get into, we disagree every once in a while, but even those moments when she is in a certain disagreement or I'm in a certain disagreement, the first thing we do is match each other's energy, okay? And that's important. So it's like, yo, why do you hate that? Why are you pissed at that person right now? I'm asking. Oh yeah, they're a total blank. Oh yeah, because the first thing you want to do is make sure that their feelings are
warranted or validated.
Even it doesn't matter how insane that they sound at the time. It does not matter. Men, listen to me. Men, husbands listening at home. It does not matter how crazy your wife sounds at the time. That's not the problem. The problem is that she needs somebody to get it. And if you're her partner, that's kind of your job to make her not feel alone, to make her, this goes both ways, ladies,
Even if you think they're crazy.
and ladies too. This goes both ways, but mostly I'm talking from man to man right now to the other guy, right? Because again, me and Max happy 20 years till we got married. Okay, hack joke. I'm still using it. All right, but listen, that's what you got to do. Is that's all she's really worried about is, does anybody even hear me? Can you hear? And even if it's like she's worried about the cashier, or she's worried about the car, or she's worried about life, it could be small all the way up to deep. Okay, it don't matter. You got to first match that energy, then you can start hitting him with the positive and go like, yeah, but here's the thing though, because it's not like she don't want to get.
You don't want to be mad.
Yo,
Like, you're not wanting to be mad, but you want to feel validated.
right. And then you can get the message in, but you can't do this. You can't come in and be like, well, she's fucking crazy. You're insane. And then start trying to fix it. You can't fix anything until you assess the problem. And to assess the problem means that you need to be in her shoes. So I'm going to say it one more time. I have to say it again when it's important for people to hear this. Don't go in trying to fix your wife. She's not broken, okay? She's not. You can't just go fix the problem. It's like, oh, well, I'm pissed at this cashier. Let me go fix it. No, she don't want you to necessarily go fix it like that, okay? She wants you to hear it first and assess the problem. Now, if we're talking just guy to guy, before you fix anything in your house, don't you do what? What do? You assess the fucking problem. You don't just go in there with the hammer and start smashing things, right? And figure it out as you go. Well, that's not smart, okay? You got to be smarter than that. So you got to go and find out what she's feeling, and then find out how you can help her get to where she needs to be, right?
Yeah, people don't need fixed, they need heard.
Yes.
Agreed.
I agree.
I
Well,
love that you did that too, by the way, Suze. I saw your comment.
yeah. And yes, people do need it. But here's the funny part. Where I disagree there is, we all need to be, not the word fixed. Fixed is a very bad connotation. But we all want a way out of the feeling that we're in, or else we would just live in it, right? So a lot of times when a guy comes in, they come in and they try and quote unquote fix things. They really just want you to stop worrying, or stop being mad, or stop being pissed. But he cannot do that. He cannot help you. This could be a guy and a guy, a girl and a girl. It could be a friend and a friend. It could be a dad and a daughter. This does not matter the relationship type, okay? I'm just using this as for reference for this conversation. That's all. It does not matter. But in order to truly help them, aka fix things that are going on for them, you need to first listen to them.
You need to relate.
You need to yes, you need to know. They need to know that you get it. Otherwise, then what are you fixing? You're just coming in hammering shit, not knowing what the hell you're doing. Nobody gonna listen to you, right? You're just gonna cause drama at that point. So,
Agreed.
but yes, that's my TED talk.
Thank you
Thank you for coming.
for coming to our TED Talk.
Thank you for coming. So, one more channel, we'll sign off, okay?
Okay.
One thing I cannot tolerate is someone who cannot respect someone else's opinion when it's different from their own. Just because we think differently doesn't mean I'm wrong or that both of us can't be right. I agree. I've been teaching my daughter this as well over time. It's the whole experiment when you put one person on like a ball, and you paint one side of the ball black, and you put a dot on the other side and it's red or whatever different color, and you have the two psychology students stand on one side and they argue with each other. No, it's black, no, it's blue, blah, blah, blah. And the whole point of it is for the students to go, oh, wait, do you have a red dot on your side? Oh, yeah. And then the teacher's supposed to go, did you notice how instantly you guys were disarmed the second that you saw what was really going on?
The second you related
Right.
with the person across from
You're
you.
like, I get it. And that little basic psychology, something you're supposed to be doing in psychology class in college, that little exercise really should be done with everybody. So it speaks. But now we go deeper. Let's go politics. Let's go religion. Let's go what we think about how you should train your dog. So you really got to take that into consideration when you talk to somebody and realize that above all of it, we're all human beings first. I mean, I hate to be kumbaya about it, but it's also, I'm just speaking exactly as it is.
I did want to bring up one more thing from Chad
Sure.
that we passed by is that Chad says, I tell my clients to start off their day with giving a total stranger one compliment and then increase that weekly to 2 people, and it really changes their mindset.
Yes.
Absolutely. If you just go around and start complimenting people, you don't understand. Somebody else in chat mentioned you have no clue what's going on in their day. And it's funny that this all got brought up because Twyla is in this phase right now she's in this self-discovery phase right now. She's 10 and almost 11. Holy shit. And she goes door dashing with us, and she did it so many times today. It was so cute. Everywhere that we went in, she found something about one of the workers or someone that was waiting there to like compliment them about. Like we went into Pizza Hut while you were in the car. And we were in there and she looked at me and she goes, Mom, she's really pretty. And I said, so tell her. And she goes, and I really like her hair. And then she looked at one of the other workers. She goes, I really like her hair. And I said, so tell her. And she did. And you just saw this girl. She was just another young girl, just lit up. Like she needed so badly to hear that. And then the other girl that was in the back, the one cashier girl, like called her over and she was like, she thinks your hair is really pretty. And that girl just lit up like a light bulb. They both did. And so Twyla is in this like phase right now of complimenting these people and just watching. I think she's enjoying watching people light up from this.
She took our advice because last night she went out and she was dashing with us, and all these college kids were skateboarding and being loud and whatnot. And she started hating on them, like shit talking them. She was
like an old lady,
like a grumpy old lady. Like, why are you guys out here? It's so loud and late. Oh, you're just making all this noise. And then she stopped. This is also her. She goes, why did I just do that? And she looks at Max and she goes, Mom, am I no fun at parties? Because they were just skateboarding and I just started talking all this bad about them. She's 10, mind you. And I say to her, I go, listen, well, if you don't like that, then you can change it. And she goes, how? I go, well, it starts with you. Just if you don't like how you view yourself, you can change it by becoming somebody different. And she goes, how? I can't. I'm such an old lady. I'm so grumpy. And I'm like, no, you're not. It starts right there. So you can start, first of all, saying that you are nice and that you are fun and etc. So even at a young age, this advice is still applicable. And the reason why she's, again, homeschooled is because of this reason right here. This is not taught currently. I'm not going to digress. I promise you I'm going to stay on topic. It's not taught in schools. And this is something I really, really want to ingrain into her brain while she's young. Then she can go to school to make sure to get this emotional intelligence first before, logistics and the frontal lobe is developed, and to get that in there later. Because she can learn, which, by the way, she's still smart, by the way. She's still doing high school. She's moving into college algebra soon, but she's doing high school algebra. She's going to be doing trigonometry and all that stuff soon.
I feel like you can learn history and science and all of these like subjects that are pounded into you at such a young age, like later. But the emotional intelligence and all of those things need to be taught first, and they're not. It's all about math and science and history and subjects and all of these things, and emotional intelligence gets pushed way to the side or gets like brushed over casually.
Right, absolutely. So she's now teaching me psychology. So she's doing college psychology and she loves it. And she's teaching me all sorts of stuff. And she's like, did you know about this? Did you know about that? And quite honestly, I forgot. I'm telling her I didn't, for her to teach, to go with the left. Like, no, I didn't. No, tell me more. I'm just playing along with it. But some of the stuff, honestly, I was like, oh my God, I didn't know that.
Right.
Is that what that was called?
That's what they called that?
Really? Do you know Daddy was going to psychology and neuroscience, and I didn't even know that? How did you read that?
She's even like complimenting. We were at Taco Bell during the shit show DoorDash, and she complimented the guy's voice. It was a guy, and he was helping ring somebody up, and she goes, I really like your voice. And even he was like, thanks. Like something he'd never thought about, of like having a pleasant voice. And she just like randomly compliments people like all the time now, after having that almost epiphany of like, I'm a grumpy old lady and just bitching.
She had like an epiphany at 10 years old, just really funny. It didn't take much. We didn't have to sit her down for it. We literally just said it as it sounds on this podcast. Just start saying that you're not that person.
Yeah.
Start saying you're another person.
Well, I think that, and here we are on another tangent. I think that's one of the problems, is that people, especially parents that ever think about homeschooling or whatever, they're like, I could never take the time. It takes so much time. And I'm like, it actually doesn't. Like, if you just give them the tools, their brain is so ready to learn and is such a sponge that if you just give them the tools, they can like make shit happen.
Right. I think the reason why she knows algebra and college psychology now is because I never framed it as a grade that she's supposed to be in.
No, we never did like, this was first grade, this is second grade, this is third. It was like,
nope.
What are you interested in? You want to know why that plant grows that way? Let's do it. Like, that's high school biology stuff you're going to learn about. It's junior high this. Like, no, it was just like, you're interested in that? Let's learn it.
We're going to learn it right now. We take the time to teach while that curiosity is at its peak. So, but anyways, to not digress, okay? My point is that when you stop and tell yourself these things, and then you start complimenting people, as Chat was saying, you put yourself in a frame of mind of positivity. and you start looking for good in other people. And you want to know why this works so well in the world of psychology. You use it very, very slowly, very incrementally. Before you know it, you start looking for good in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So this is one of those things where change sometimes can come externally first as a Kickstarter, then it comes internally. I know a lot of us go, well, fix yourself first, you'll fix everything around you. Sometimes it takes a compliment from somebody else. My argument to those people to fix yourself first with no help from the outside is that when you're put in prison, one of the worst things to be put in is isolation.
Oh my God, I was
Even
telling you
other
this.
prisoners don't want that. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Because you're alone, you're with nobody. Human beings were not designed to be alone. We are pack animals, and we are not designed to fight alone as well. Live alone, fight alone, be alone. We're not designed for that, you guys. I know we say it like I can be alone and I'm happy alone. Yeah, you can live alone, but you can't really be alone, meaning isolated on an island, not even talked with the cashier, nothing, actually alone. That's not how we're designed to be as human
Well,
beings.
that's why it's punishment.
Right, that's
I
why
was
it's
literally telling Twyla about this. Like, you cannot be alone all the time.
Right. So this is one of those cases where you get to use somebody else. And I do mean that term use, but not in a bad way. People hear the word use and tool with such negativity, but it's not always the case.
Right.
You need a tool to fix things, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay? You got to use a tool, correct? To fix things. So I don't mean this in a negative connotation, with the negative connotation at the bottom. Like, a tool's a shit thing. That's not what I mean. So when you compliment somebody, you're kickstarting yourself and your brain to look for positive things.
Mm-hmm. So you're using that individual to kickstart your own positivity.
Right. So there is a benefit for yourself, even though it looks like you're just complimenting others. One more side note, and that's it. I have a marketing background, right? When I worked for Global Slipstream, and one of the biggest things that we learned is this: if I'll give a classic example. If you go hold a sign as a homeless person and you say on there like, "Hey, please give $1," right? Well, I'm homeless. $1, please. That sign does okay. But if you put a sign that goes, if you help somebody this week, right?
Mm-hmm.
Please help me, $1.
Let it be me.
Let it be me.
Mm-hmm.
That sign does much better. And the reason is because it's no longer about you as the homeless person. It's about them giving.
Mm-hmm.
People get something when they give. They feel something when they give. And it feels amazing. And it feels good to give, right? So if you don't, again, we're under the context that you have a well, a very deep well that you can give. And remember, if you're burnt, you ain't got nothing to give. You pissed off at the world. We're under the context that, hey,
And you need some affirmations.
you need some affirmations in your
Just refill.
okay?
Refill.
You need some affirmations and you need some rose quartz in your life, bitch. All right? That's what you need. So, but we're under that context. That then brings it back. So, yes, this is our podcast.
Yeah. It's our live recording of our podcast. It's not a Posh podcast. We just record live here on Posh.
Yeah, we record live here on Posh.
It's called Beyond the Bag.
And you can search it everywhere. You just type it into you can even do YouTube, but we're everywhere. And we were top 100. We fell out. Did you guys hear about that? We're now number 180 something on our category. Yeah, whatever. We're still high, but
No.
I was kind of sad about that. I was like, oh, we're top 100, and then we went down. I was like, oh no.
Be back.
Yeah, we'll be back. We're coming. We're getting.
We were like 3 episodes in, and we were like, what, 83 or something.
Yeah.
So we'll be
It was nice to say top 100. Oh, top 10. Oh, you're so sweet. I love you. You're the best. So, but yeah, that's very important to know that. So what one of our viewers said to their clientele, that's actually really smart. That helps.
So valid.
That helps kickstart things. You know what I'm saying? So hold on, go ahead. You can keep going real quick.
You got a what?
Yeah.
Oh, he's yuming. So yeah, that I love that. So we talked about men as handbags, man bags.
Man bags?
Man bags.
Yes, we talked man bags. For anybody, we're about to wrap up the podcast. But for those out there that need similar advice like this and they need to read, and this is important too, because if you're looking to change your life, you're looking to manifest things and you're looking to find some better energy inside of you and create that well we're talking about, not only you should have vision boards, you should have music change, you should have the people around you change. All that is a big deal. Also, your reading material should change too. I recommend this book here. It's called The Energy in You by Eileen. The author is actually in here now in this chat. We are lucky enough to have her in here. But that is
amazing tribe member.
Yeah, and it's currently available now on Amazon, okay? So you can get this on Amazon if you want. This is a great read for the topic that we're talking about now, which ultimately is you. We're talking about you.
Yeah.
So just remember that, okay? I mean, shameless plug.
Not shameless. That's amazing.
Yeah. So, but with that said, we got to wrap it up.
Yes.
We gotta
Check it
wrap
out. Go check it out.
it up, you
Wrap
guys.
it up, B.
I love that our podcasts are always like random. You don't know how long it's gonna be because our ADD kicks
I know.
in.
I was looking at our podcast list and I was like, that one was like 27 minutes long. And the next one was like 94 minutes long.
What happened? What happened?
I love it. It's like, you never know. But like I said, we're here and hoping that it's just what somebody needs and you never know.
Right.
So just like the compliment, just like you never know what's going on in anybody's day.
You really don't.
You never know who needs to just hear our shenanigans
I know.
for 30 minutes or an hour and a half at a
My
time.
terrible jokes that I have. I try and make them PG-13 so we don't get canceled. But
Canceled. All right, you guys. Well, I want to thank everybody for listening. We are all about doing things differently, putting people before profits, and treating you guys the way you actually deserve to be treated, with joy, freedom, and zero buyer's remorse. Watch us record live on Poshmark 4 days a week. And follow us on Instagram. We have lots of fun over there. Lots of fun. Our album, Handle It. Yeah, we have an album. It's a thing. By kismetmags.com is now on all of the platforms as well. And if you are building your bag collection, then do it with us, you guys. We have our Good Vibes Guarantee, and you have the ability to swap unlimited with our purse pass at kismetmags.com. So for anyone watching us live, you can also listen to this podcast anywhere. Just search Beyond the Bag. Much love, you guys.
you did it pretty good. I thought you did really good right
I'm
there.
getting there. My dyslexia, it really messes with me when I'm reading. So.
Right? What's going to be great is that at some point you're not even going to need it.
I know,
Like,
that's what I'm hoping
completely-
for. My dyslexia won't mess me up. So.
Right? And for anybody that needs to hear this, okay? Manifestation without action is a fantasy. But when you back your dreams with daily, unapologetic moves, the line between impossible and inevitable gets really thin. So you're not just here just to hope that you get the life that you want. You're here to seduce it, you're here to chase it, and to claim it like it's already yours. So go out and do it. Until tomorrow, you guys. Thanks for listening. We got so much love for you guys. Now Mag's gonna come give you a hug.
Yep. We're
That's my favorite part. We're huggers. We're huggers around here. I'm sorry.